If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, why do you have to get really good at difficult conversations? And how does this help you? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live from Haleiwa, Oahu, on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets. One of the things that you're going to find is as you're looking at a sales presentation, there's points in time where your emotions jump, where you get frustrated, where you get angry, where you lose it, right? Because there's times where I'm going to point to myself with every one of my fingers and say, I've done this, okay? And so what happens is if nobody's ever taught you how to have difficult conversations, nobody's ever worked with you on pitch, tone, cadence, speed, then what happens is your brain says, I need to ask a question, I need to make a statement, and boom, it comes out just like a rocket. Well, the person that you're meeting with is not looking for you to have it project at them like a rocket. What they are looking at is like, how does this person communicate with me, and are they confident in their message? Okay, so there's a couple of areas that I want to highlight for you where you do need to maintain some composure. And so let's say that you meet with your buyer, and there's seven elements to your sales presentation. You've got the intro phase or the agenda. You've got the rapport phase. You've got the discovery phase, okay? So this is usually about the point where salespeople struggle, is in the discovery phase, where sometimes the buyer's like, just get to the point. I just want to bid. I just want to talk. All I want is, and all you need to do is, and they'll get aggressive with you. Sometimes they're going to be playful. And so sometimes you absorb that energy and you're like, oh, you just gave me a whole bunch of bad energy. Boom! Have a whole bunch of energy back. Okay. So that's one place where you got to pay attention, and you kind of got to be playful. You kind of have some fun with it. Okay. I've made a lot of mistakes here, got kicked out of a lot of sales calls because of this. I'm telling you from experience, right? Pay attention to your energy. Next up is going to be in the presentation phase, where you're presenting your product, your good, your service. And the person's like, just get to it. Just give me a price. Okay. Could be a sign that you're column fodder, or that they've already got bids, or that they're talking to people. They already have a preferred vendor. You really got to dig into the layers of the onion and find out what's going on here. So, you're upset with me for trying to figure out what I could do to help you. What's going on here? Well, I just need a number. Okay. That signifies to me that you're comparing it against something else. Do you already have a preferred vendor? Why are you asking all these questions? They'll ignore what you're trying to get at. Why is everything in such a hurry? Right? I committed with you that at the very beginning it takes 60 to 90 minutes for my presentation, or it takes an hour for my presentation, and now you're speeding up. So that signifies to me that either A, you don't want what I have to offer, or B, I'm just here for you to confirm a buying decision you've already made. Okay? So those are the two areas in the beginning. In the end is that anticipation when you're about to roll numbers, or in the end when you're trying to close the deal, okay? So a lot of times I've worked with salespeople. A lot of times I've shared that a strategy that buyers will use is, let's say you're writing up the document for your project or your service or whatever you have to offer, and you're just about to present. They're like, hey, I'm busy. Would you mind emailing that to me? My answer is, well, time out. I spent time, energy, and resources to get here. You spent time, energy, and resources to get here. We're just a few minutes away. Now listen, I am on video and I'm kind of amped up, so you got to pay attention to this. Let me reset this. Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, here's the thing. I spent time, energy, and effort getting to your location, jumping on the Zoom call, coming out to see you. Isn't it only fair that you give me the next couple of minutes to share with you what I've come up with? Right? I'm going to use the fair word. I hate the fair word, but it's really tough to say, nope, you're absolutely wrong. It's not fair, Scott. You've put in time, energy, and effort. Okay? Be aware that your emotions are going to peak up and they're going to push up, and you got to catch yourself. It's the ability for a true pro to be like, I know what game you're up to, right? If there was ever a scene in a movie that depicts this conversation, this is more of an entertainment movie than a sales movie, but it's The Wolf of Wall Street. And there's a point where they're in Switzerland or Luxembourg, and they're looking at each other. They're not saying it out loud. Their lips aren't moving, but they're thinking hey, here's what you're thinking, and this is what you're doing. If you Map that out. That's just part of the conversation. Being able to hold on to your emotions when you are in a sales presentation is one of the greatest tools that nobody ever talks about. Right? They tell you, here's the X's and O's, here's the strategies, here's what you say, but they don't share with you, hey, you need to maintain emotional control in the sales process. There you go. You got one of 3 things to do from here. Just one of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.